morning and welcome to a glorious, if not somewhat chilly ride this morning. Nothing too strenuous today. As you're aware, if you've seen my previous videos, I had COVID a few weeks back and I'm still recovering. So today's ride will be relatively short, around about 29 kilometres, about 180 metres of climbing. I say climbing, we're in Essex. It's going to be gentle slopes up and down. I did complete it yesterday as my first in real life ride, so I figured that I could do it again today. Should only take just over an hour. I am quite pleased though in that I have managed to ride 30 minutes or thereabouts every day today, every day last week on the turbo trainer indoors. So my figuring is that half an hour inside is worth an hour out, but we'll see how we go. Day's descents completed, obviously followed by the first of the day's ascent. What goes down must go up, I guess. Again, not too taxing, fairly steady 2.5%, I suppose, for 3/4 of a kilometre. It's just enough to take a breath, particularly on a chilly day like this. Bit of a job to breathe, but almost at the top, thankfully. The roads this time of year look particularly greasy, particularly where the sun has not hit them yet. I'm absolutely aware it's something I have to be aware of. Having had a lock up yesterday, grabbing my back brake a little bit hard. Joys of disc brakes, I guess. Great in the dry, but they will lock up in the wet. So I'm now venturing down Tuddick Lane, a little single track road. Generally very quiet, occasionally you meet a car, and that's fine, everybody's fairly polite. And I say down Tuddick Lane, it's actually a false flat, a real leg sapper, particularly if you go the full distance. My plan today, as yesterday, is cover about 2/3 distance and then turn left, and another little short kind of incline past some grapevines, I believe, and head on out towards Beckingham. So on the false flat at the minute, you probably hear I'm struggling a little to catch my breath. It's a combination of both the COVID and the I'm going to say effort. It shouldn't be an effort really, but in actual fact it's averaging at about 3%, which is a lot more than I ever thought or took notice of. So no wonder it's tricky. Okay, so the vineyard section was up at 3.5–4%. Again, not overly long, but finding breathing a little bit tricky. Combination of effort and cold air, I guess. Still, we soldier on. Another lovely little Essex lane we've headed down now. Past Travellers Camp, Old People's Home, and then, as I said before, off to Beckingham. Today's ride isn't actually being made any easier by virtue of the wind, but I'd much rather be outside than in the shed again on the turbo. That's what weekday evenings are for now it's dark. And finally we're almost back to Beckingham Tulkstone Night. Up here, turn right, past the duck pond. Although you can't really see the duck pond from that angle, it's kind of behind the willow tree. And if the ducks are slow crossing like that side too, why the hell don't they just go a bit faster? Save everybody a whole load of trouble. Appreciate I've been throwing out names here, village names, and it would appear that in actual fact I haven't got a clue where I am. I've only lived here 54 years. You'd think I'd know some of these names right now, wouldn't you? So in a few hundred yards time, a chance to give the legs a bit of a break with a nice little downhill stretch, which is of course inevitably followed by a nice little uphill stretch, and that will take us definitely back into the village of Tulkstone Darcy. Okay, that's a nice downhill bit done. We're now on the last little uphilly bit. It's more of a bump. We don't do uphill in Essex, I keep saying that, it's true. And while that first bit's a drag, there's a tiny bit of a kicker coming right up. You can probably hear it in my breath. But once that's done, it really is all over. Well, that was one final fun downhill section before turning right and heading back into a headwind, unsurprisingly, towards the village of Tulkesbury. I'm not sure how much of this view is visible. There's plenty of sailing boats out on the River Blackwater, and to be honest with you, given the amount of wind, it's probably a really good day for sailing. Not so clever for cycling. One final lump now. Short sharp, 4%. North Road, back into the village. So how was that then? Hard, and you can probably hear that I'm still out of breath a little. It was a fairly straightforward ride. Obviously the effects of COVID. That said, I'm quite pleased with what I've managed this week. I've ridden every single day, half an hour most evenings in here on the turbo trainer, and then a couple of just over an hour long rides Saturday and Sunday. So no great distance, no great effort, but at least it's getting out, and it must be helping to improve fitness. I'm no doctor. People need to recover at their own rate and do their own thing with what their own bodies can handle. So please don't follow my example and hurt yourselves or end up prolonging anything. But yeah, another 28k done, another 180 meters of climbing. Like I say, gently does it, and I'll see you again next weekend, hopefully. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.